Onward is a VR tactical shooter that has seldom caught my attention in my first few months with my Quest 3. I had played it for a few sessions before I had started recording footage all of the time, and around then I was trying a lot of different games. Onward sort of fell to the wayside because I think at the time I wanted something more. I had played a few multiplayer matches and I didn't have a bad experience at all, but I admit I was a little confused with how to play and the controls felt like they were restricting my movement a little bit. Either way, Onward wasn't gripping me the way that some other VR shooters were at the time, but I decided that considering a major update was about to drop, I would give it another shot. This footage that you see here is from a few of the single-player modes, and it reminds me that I did at least really love the gun handling. Though my muscle memory fails me constantly, as every other shooter I've played in VR has me grip the new magazines from my pouch with the trigger, but in Onward it's the grip, which, I mean, that makes sense. You wouldn't grab a 7-pound magazine with your thumb and index finger, you would actually palm it. And now that I got used to this, it's probably going to absolutely ruin me when I go to play another shooter. But okay, I'm just rambling. Now, it's not that I didn't enjoy Onward. Of the multiplayer matches that I did play, they were actually pretty tactical and fun. And only one of the matches I played had a little kid in it, and it wasn't really unbearable. He was actually trying, so it was fine. Admittedly, I think that at the time I was way too obsessed with Exfil Zone to give it a better shot. And honestly, after burning out hard on Exfil Zone and playing many other shooters, even Pavlov, which people think I despise, but I straight up agreed in the video that I thought the game was awesome. I just didn't like that I can't crouch. However, speaking of Pavlov, here we are again with another VR shooter that doesn't have a virtual crouch. Guys, a lot of people who are disabled war veterans play these games. They're not just going to drop to their knees and sprawl out on the fucking floor risking hurting themselves or breaking their headset. Every single VR shooter, especially Pavlov and now Onward, and from what I hear some others out there, should look at Valve's crouching system and figure it out. This in my opinion should be standard. For a game that's been out as long as this has, I feel like it has no excuse. In Valve, up and down on the right thumbstick raises and lowers your stance. Do us oldies need to invest in bionic legs in order to play these games? I had quite a number of people that reached out to me in my Pavlov video that expressed to me that they can't play these games and it sucks for them. And we shouldn't have to install OVR mods in order to add virtual crouch, which is exclusive to PC VR anyway, and that leaves us standalone users in the dust. If you've been developing a game for the past 7 years, have you not played other games that have recently come out? Or see how other studios make crouching work just fine? I could rant about this all day, so I'll stop now and focus back on trying to enjoy the game and learn about it. I'll touch back on this crouching thing again before we're through. So out with the old update, in with the new. Here we are now in update 2.0. When you start up Onward, you're greeted on the left here with a choice of what operator you wish to play as for both Marsoc and Volk. There are a number of people that I've seen in the last few days since this update dropped that are not fond of them. I think it was a really nice idea to give this sort of customization, but really the only customization that we have is choosing between a couple operators that are definitely more favorable than the others, and selecting the color of their eyewear and the band on your arm, which I don't really get it. I chose red, white, and blue. For America. These colors don't run, brother. Yeah, so honestly, this is cool in theory, but I think the general consensus is that people would rather just have some different customizations instead. They all have a long backstory, and honestly, I feel bad for the people who wrote these because in a game like this, people are just not going to read it or care about it. I would rather just have choices like gender, skin color, headgear, outfit. I admire the effort here, really, and at the end of the day, they're fine. Besides the operators, a number of things have been reworked and changed. A major graphics overhaul has taken place here, and I think they did a stellar job. And speaking of overhaul, one of their maps, Downfall, has had an insane glow up that really brings it up to snuff with a lot of other multiplayer shooter maps that I've seen. This map is actually pretty damn incredible, and the players that I've interacted with tells me that an overwhelming majority of players love it. They did great work here. And not only was this map remastered, but 2 other maps were introduced, one of them being Overgrowth. I've only played single player in it, but it's a very pretty map. Much different than the sandy beige colors from the other popular maps. The other one is a day version of the tanker map. All I can say is if these guys stay on this trajectory, this game can really take off again. Most people I spoke with were saying this game felt absolutely dead until this update, so this is awesome. Not to mention, during the course of the last few months of me being on YouTube, a lot of people have mentioned Onward to me. So finally, here I am. Other notable things, new weapons, like the AK-103, which has become one of my favorites. I especially love using this hybrid sight. It's one of my favorite attachments to use in any tactical shooter. And the last thing I'll mention now, you may want to sit down. You can climb ladders. I know, in virtual reality. Absolutely bonkers, right? Every player that discovered on their own that they could climb ladders now went apeshit about it over comms, which just made me laugh every time. After playing this update, the question is, how do I feel about Onward now, as opposed to just a few days ago and a couple months before? Onward is so much fun.
They're not even pushing up pictures, so I'm pretty sure we good.
Alright, that guy's down. I love it. I've been playing the absolute shit out of it these last few nights. I love tactical shooters. I love milsim games on PC, and now I love this game just as much as some of the other ones I've played, like Squad and Arma. Having proximity chat on top of radio comms feels very authentic.
Pretty sure I took one.
They're all dead. All dead, all dead. Copy.
There are no numbers that pop up when you score kills, you just have to use your wits and game sense to know for sure if you have a confirmed kill. You'll hear your teammates make callouts and work together towards the objective at hand. Sometimes it may be a little painful to find a good enough server where people communicate. Once in a while, I have to back out and try another for sure, but I've had nothing but great experiences so far since the update. The night maps are also very tense. It is very, very dark, and relying on night vision that shrinks your field of vision feels incredibly immersive.
Which one?
Like 300. Right near in front of us. After I took his buddy out, he popped out.
You're straight across out that door.
Onward has been a gem under my nose that I didn't even put enough time into before, and you know, at this point, I'm glad it worked out this way. This is a great time to come to this game. I think more people should try this if they haven't before, or like me, wasn't really feeling it, so come on back. I don't think you'll regret it.
Well, I guess we're doing alcohol again today.
Yeah, this... like, I'm having fun. I've never played this until tonight, but like, it's just funny as shit, because...
Oh shit.
I think I played this once with the last update, like months ago, and I wasn't feeling it.
Dude, this update is game based though.
Yeah, it feels nice. It does feel really nice.
Because it was a dead game as well.
That's what I heard.
They're on us.
Hey, we're on you, we're on you. I think it's a fire my fucking gun.
As far as things I dislike, well, sometimes the skins bug out, and that makes me see the opposite team colors as my own team, which led to me team killing. Some lighting seems to do it too, I've noticed, but loading into a new server seemed to fix that. Hardly a dislike, not nearly as my issue with not being able to crouch. Now, the only reason why I fuck with Onward so hard is because I don't physically have to squat nearly as much in this game like I do in Pavlov. Pavlov has quicker matches, and the movement is definitely faster paced, but maybe because Onward is a lot more tactical and slower, I can deal with it. So, you get a pass from me. But I do wholeheartedly believe that you need to have a virtual crouch in these games. Like I said, just look at Vale's crouching. It doesn't look jank at all, and it's not just a quick unrealistic snap. If anything, it looks perfectly realistic to have a progressive crouching stance the way they do. People who have to play seated would love to play these games, guys, I promise you. And while I'm not handicapped myself, I will always speak out on this. I'm still older than a majority of these players, I'm sure of it, and in my honest opinion, it'll only help the game in the long run. But that's about it from me today. Play Onward. The new update is incredible. You turned me around completely. And I know I like a game a lot when I find myself thinking about it when I'm not playing it. You guys did a phenomenal job with the 2.0 update, and I look forward to more updates in this game's future. I hope you guys subscribe. I'm hitting a 500 subscriber milestone, and I can't believe I got here in just a few months. It's been great, and I have so much fun making videos that you guys enjoy. I could be sillier in some videos more than others, but I just wanted to cover this because I've been looking forward to trying this game out again, and I'm glad I did. Leave me the appropriate thumb if you liked or disliked. Let me know what you think in the comments, especially about the crouching thing. I'd really like to read the room on that. I'll be here responding to everything I can, as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
He's thinking off the side. He just went first floor.
Yep.
He just went first floor. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Got him.